Hey, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Thursday. All right. It's almost Friday. All right. We got that going for us. July 17th, man. I don't know where the month's going, but it's a going. All right. So we got what? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days after today. 10 days. 10 days left in the trading month. So some of you stocks that. Are not doing so well on your month, you got some time to try to fix it, or you're going to let it rot and let it see if it continues to just erode. All right, so there's some things that are moving, that is for sure. And we got some pretty good gappers to the downside, too. I'm not going to go through a whole lot of names, but we're going to go through some names here. Starting right off the bat here now, the SPY just made this move up here, trying to triangle out on the overnight back to 625.12. So we talked about this yesterday at the end of the day. We got a nice hammer on the daily, okay? And now it looks like it wants to go into force, okay? And by doing that, it will take this move up, okay? And that will be a 2-2 back up. Where she goes from there, if we knew that, we'd be in another place, all right? But looking at, you know what my numbers are. You know what, I give you guys numbers all the time, and I'll give you some fresh numbers here. Again, right now on the S&P 500, our support level still sitting at 619.98. I'm not budging on that number. 619.98. That's back into this area right down here. All right, so we just broke through there yesterday, and we got up through this 624 area here. And we'll see what goes after that. 626.58 would be the nice move that we're going to try to get to coming back up from here, okay? So there you go, SPY. Q's got the same thing. Q. All right. My support level still sits here at 550.23. All right. At 550.23. All right. That's lower. It did have a big move yesterday, but just kind of dojied out on the day. It's got its act together here now this morning, 558.75. Okay, so that we're still going to be inside day on, but on diamonds and SPY, I believe we do. All right. All right, where's DIAs? DIAs. Where you at? All right. There's me diamonds. Still slagging. All right, but looks like 442.71. We're sitting at 442.30. We did take it over on the overnight, but we're kind of squeaking back in here. All right, so we'll look to see if that day can go into force and get some continuation. I wouldn't be surprised if the market just stalled out again. A little bit of tariff talk and just a talk. All right, just probably more talk. All right, so we'll just be aware of that things could stall out. All right, a couple names that I am watching here, stocks that I'm in. I'm in this Tesla. I'm all over the place. 2-2 back up now on this day, and it looks like she's better here this morning. 324.49. We are taking another day up, okay, on your Tesla. Where are we getting out at? We're getting out at 394. Okay, I'm not lying. That's my target, $394. Okay, I'm long inside this month here. I got in a couple days ago in here, in this area in here. Okay. So let's see if we get continuation to the upside. Okay, Tesla, it's looking better here, taking up this morning. Taiwan Semi's on the move here this morning on just great earnings. Really, really nice pattern going on here in the month right now. Continuation to the upside with the 3 week. All right, we'll see if that 3 week can continue on to keep this party going. So gapped up yesterday, so it's on a new island here. Okay, no matter, and remember that 80% of the gaps get filled, like at least. But when they talk about the VIX, 100%. Okay, watching this 10-year, man, it's dropping here again, 452, and the dollar kind of hanging heavy still. So we'll see. Taiwan Semi though on the move this morning, 245. What can you say? Closed out at $237.56. All right, so we're going to be at 245 coming in here. I don't think we got anything to measure with here, so it's just continuation to the upside. Taiwan Semiconductor on the move this morning. Okay, very, very nice there. Taiwan Semi. Okay, what else we got here? 1 second here. All right, a couple other names here. GameStop. I'm still on this GameStop, but we'll see, man. The month has got to get right. All right, this is not a place where you got still too much time in here. The question is, can we turn it red and start getting it better here? You do have the week inside, and the week's been real flat. All right, so getting out of this thing's going to be tough, man. But I bought some lower, so I'm in good position. But I shouldn't even be talking about it. But I think it'll get better. All right, we'll see if we get to just at least turn the month into green. All right, we'll see if we can do that. All right, GameStop. What else here? I got my list here. A couple names here this morning. Sarepta on your gapper list here. Look at Sarepta. This thing got creamed on this gapper down. It's been off the land for a long, long time. And this gap back to 35.67, that is still a realistic number to get back to. So that would be your target. If you're in Sarepta, it is $23 today, my friends. Okay, so we're getting out of kind of all this jazz right here. All right, so maybe she's got room to run here now. All right, so 23.75 here this morning. All right, so that's taking all of this business out. So it's triangling out everything here. Okay, now the question is, how are you going to get there? Okay. All right, we'll see. So, all right, we'll keep an eye on that Sarepta. I do like Amgen this morning. I think Amgen's just had a wonderful day yesterday, looking for some more. Let's see if that can continue. All right, so that's another one that watching and kind of being involved in. Some other names that I am looking at this morning. I'm looking at XLI on your industrials. Now this is all about the diamonds getting right. Okay, if the diamonds get right and start to make the move, this is definitely a group that's going to move with you. Okay, now this thing kind of made up the high to 150, 148, and it back down. This morning it looks like it's trading just slightly higher. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. I'm not going to go through too many. Here's your cat tractor, just moving along here on the weeklies and the monthlies, looking for continuation to the upside. We're looking at 420. All right, so about $6 chasing all-time highs and just moving real nice. Coming back down here on the overnight. See if cat can keep going there. And Triple M is another one here, 212 up on the month. Now looking for continuation in the inside week. Give me that 212 week continuation to the upside. Like I said yesterday, there's your 2-1 inside. Okay, so that's your 2-1, and then you look for that 2, and you got to buy yourself some time because you got a full day there. All right, real quick here, real estates were pretty good yesterday, but Vanguard was an inside day, so I was looking for this 3-1-2 setup, and it looks like I might get it here today. All right, Got to $90 here on the overnight. So looking for the 312 giddy up, and then you got one job to do, and that's to get to 90.44, and then see if you can expand from there on your Vanguard. And there's a Vino with it as well. The Vino on the, if you're into that kind of thing. All right. So kind of that one's going to be kind of inside. I like this Invitation Homes INVH. It's got a nice 2-1 set up here now on the daily, and that looks like that's going to come to fruition possibly too on a 2-1-2 going back up. All right. So there, banks. They got hit. Citigroup hung in there yesterday with the inside day, and which it's opening unchanged. All right, we'll see if the banks can turn it around. All right, we could talk about Wells Fargo, we talk about Bank of America, talk about Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley's a good name. I want to finish it up with these nuclear reactor business, man. I'm telling you, these guys are just. I was getting educated on nuclear. There's going to be over 200 nuclear reactors being built in the United States. Really? It's over 200. And all over the place. But it sounds like I was reading something about how Pennsylvania is going to be like the hub for AI, for artificial intelligence. And they got the reasons for wanting it to do that, and you're going to figure that one out on your own. But something maybe politically involved. But Pennsylvania definitely some nuclear reactors. All right. So now I want to talk about some of these. CCJ here. CCJ is tied into another company called Westinghouse, who used to be around way back in the day when I was young, and the markets were different than they are now, for sure. But Cameco, real nice here. 2-2-day pattern, kind of stalled out here a little bit. So I'm looking really, these things have all moved. Everything that I'm going to show you is already moved. And what I'm saying is that we do need these to pull in, all right? We need to find, I'm going to find us some places where we can try to get in on this party, but we just don't want to be jumping in the pool doing a cannonball, because you know how that one's going to go. All right, so CCJ 2-2 and coming back down here a little bit this morning. All right, 76.30, slightly higher from yesterday's close. Oklahoma, where the winds come sweeping across the plains, it is inside month. Okay, so we're looking for now. Okay, we're looking for that 2-1-2 month. You get that one? Then you get good consolidation right now. So the stock is moving around here, as you can see, right? We got this move up and then down. So kind of all just in there, right? And that's all of this that's sitting inside here. All right, so 2-1-2 for me in a perfect world, because I'm a 2-1 guy or a 3-1 guy, but some people are just 2-2s, and that's the way they are. But I'm just a little bit different, so I like the 2-1-2 continuation to the upside, and I want this to see how this plays out for the next 10 days. All right. That one, Constellation Energy Group, is another one that's going to be putting a bunch of, and another inside month. Now, this is not bullish. This is bearish. All right, that's a pivot. So if that month doesn't get its act together, Constellation Energy Group could get a little bit more trouble coming into the end of the month. Okay, so we'll see how that one shakes out. All right, and then SMR. I got some people coming in here now, so there's going to be some background sounds. All right, SMR has just been moving very nice. Continuation to the upside. All right, SMR looks like she's still got room to go. These are all-time highs, I believe. All right, SMR, continuation. If you like a cheap guy and you want to keep an eye on them, here, UEC. This thing's finally starting to move. Should get back up to 893 at some point. It's had a nice run here just in the last few days. All right, so a lot of this will triangle out. We'll come back in. All right, so I just wanted to mention those. All right, so keep your eyes out for the banks. See if they could turn things around. We wait and see if healthcare can get better. We see how if these real estate stocks can get better. We're watching the industrials. AMD is strong as hell. Looks like she wants to go higher. Amazon seems like it's a piece of crap, and I don't think it's acting that well. And the dollar continues to rise, and the 10 years are dropping like a rock right now. It came from 448 straight back down. All right, so we'll see what comes up until halftime. Starbucks got a downgrade, and it's down today too. All right, so get yourself some coffee, get ready for the day, and I'll see you at noon. All right, adios and be good.